Hi, this is Leah with All Things Cards. I'm making some coffee gift cards. So I thought I would show you a little bit of the process. I've got like 2 left to do. So, and this is where I'm falling down right at the moment because I just realized I do not know where my stamp set is for this. And I just got back from the dollar store, so things are falling everywhere. Because you know what it's like when you come back from the dollar store and you happen to buy some things and you get them into your craft room and it's like, oh my goodness, what a mess. Okay, so here it is. A little coffee latte thing and then sweet wishes. I had to do a lot of other things in between, so I ended up moving everything. So let's just kind of get this back in the same area. And I may have to do this in multiple videos because my son is going to be stopping by for a moment and I'm not going to see him for over a year, so I would really like to spend just a few moments with him as he picks up my vehicle. So there we go. Now I'm doing this on a patterned paper because I thought that was just more fun this time. So let's put this on here. And I'm using peanut brittle, memento, and rich cocoa. Now when I do this, I take the lighter color, I cover the entire stamp with it, and then I stamp that in. So that's my base. And it's not fully done because those magnets are really thick. Okay, so it's not perfect yet. So I'm not too worried at the moment. So now I'm just going to kind of tap it around the outsides, top and bottom of the words, around the outsides, and then just a little here and there, and then a little bit at the top as though the whipped cream is a little bit toasty. Snap that down. Now you can see that we've got the variation of the words there. And now I'm going to go back with my light color. I don't really need to clean it because I stamped it off, so it doesn't seem to transfer. These colors are so close together. I just find it doesn't need to be clean again in between the dark and the light. So that's why I always start with the light, go to the dark, and then back to the light. Let's see how that looks. Not too great for some reason. I'm missing a little bit on the wishes, so I'm going to go back in. Just a little bit there. You can always make adjustments as you need to. Now I'm going to be using my clear glitter embossing powder that I made, and there'll be a link up here as to how to make your own clear glitter embossing powder. Now because we're next going to be using the Versamark or whatever it is, dog is trapped on one side of the door, please excuse her noise. And then you have to clean your stamps because you really don't want to transfer of any ink going onto your Versamark or whatever company it is that you use. I speak from experience. I just grab whatever is there, okay? So it's not that I'm promoting this company as opposed to another company. My other one's running low and this one's handy. So I bought it just to see what I thought of it. Not bad. I don't mind it too much. Now remember, it didn't stamp very easily up there because of the magnet. So I'm just going to push a little bit extra up in that corner. I'm going to do it twice. I did not do the embossing buddy because I forgot. But I forgot a lot when I was doing this project, so I didn't find that I had a lot of extra oil or anything on these papers. Oh, push. Okay. Clear glitter embossing powder. Can you imagine it? It is so pretty. I'm using, mine is a mixture with Dazzling Diamonds from Stampin' Up. I like their glitter one the best. I have these little dental brushes that I use for when I need to make tiny little corrections to embossing powder. Okay, noisy thing coming on. I know I'm not being as chatty today, but I'm kind of in a hurry. I wanted to get this done. And I want to see my sun. I always start on the underside so that I don't blow the glitter away. Just check the shine to make sure everything is shiny so that I know that every piece is covered. So let me just bring a light up with me. Oh, I got a light. I don't know. Oh, why can't I even figure out where the camera is? Yeah, so you can see. I'll go very slowly. Can you see all the multicolors of the glitter in there? It is such a pretty thing. But when you look at it straight on, it doesn't look like there's going to be all that shine. So it's really very pretty. So now, why didn't I even cut one? I couldn't cut it. Yes, I couldn't cut it because I needed to do the heart. I'm not going to put this away right at the moment. It's just first mark. I'll clean that later. Now, what I did was I decided that I would, the way I set these stamps up in the first place was so that this could go on there. So I need to go over to the machine and I will be right back. I'll try to pause it. And I did it. Yay! Okay, so what I did was I went over to the die cutting machine. I cut the two sizes of the nesting hearts. Don't ask me where I got them. I don't remember. And what I did was I put one in, and then when I cut it, I just put the other one on top. It looked like that. I just put the other one on top and just left the pieces on top stacked and put it through because it was thin enough that I didn't have to worry. So there we go. Throw that up there. Now move this to the side. So now I've got, where'd they go? There we go, two hearts. This is some mermaid paper. I don't care what it is. It just had the pretty gold lines on it that I needed. It wasn't too fussy. It kind of looked like wood grain, even though it's from Michael's. It's in their, 40 sheets for $12 type thing. Glue. Where's the glue? I had the glue earlier. There we go. So I'm right at the end of these cards. Now it is very hard when your son lives so far away to have to say goodbye. They work at, in Guatemala as missionaries, which, I support. But it's just been so long that they've been there. I just miss them so much. Uh-oh, they're here. Okay, so and I'm back. Okay, so got these two stuck on here. I don't know if I did that off camera or not, or if I did this on camera or not. I just lined up here and then plopped them down. Now, because they're very big, I went and got my dollar store foam, cut out some little hearts, prop them up on. It was either that, or I think it was at least five dimensionals per heart, and I was doing 8. So it's like a whole package almost, a whole sheet. So I thought, no, I can just spend a few more minutes at the die cut machine, and these will be done. I just went with a smaller heart in the nest, and there we go. Never mind, do not judge my gluing skills, okay? I am not performing. I'm not a performing monkey. Oh my goodness. Right? Yes. I'm not a performing monkey. Just so you know. Okay, okay. There we go. Okay, so let's put those to the side and let those dry. Now I've got my calendar, which I cut up here. I'll show you where I cut up my calendar, if I can remember. So this one here is, I'd say, we need about 1/4 of an inch off of this one. And it's 5 and a something, so we'll take 1/4 inch, so we'll make this 5.25. This calendar had a lot of big words on it, which is really useless when it comes to trying to do your cards. Because who wants to have to deal with that? I don't want to deal with that. Okay, this one looks like it fits well already. Okay, good, good. Now, using my antique whiskers, or they were creative memories at the time, to cut out some things. I know you think I'm crazy, don't you? But anyways, here we go. I do not have the doodads that some people have to make it so that I can rough up my edges. So I find a little bit of nicks here and there with these scissors. Gives me quite a lovely look. I don't do the corners, really. This one, I'm going to cut off the corner. Whoa, what am I going to do with that? Well, let's wait and see, huh? And then I think I'll put a bigger gouge somewhere. Let's put a gouge over here. A nice big gouge right there. Now, I know you think I'm crazy, but I'm not. This paper was perfect for this. It's nice and thick, and it just scrapes lovely. Lovely. Okay, what a mess. But anyways, let's keep going. So what I did, this here, got these little extra bits here. So I just kind of line them up with my corner over here and a little bit there, and then I can add just a little bit of some interest there. So just holding on to that. Ooh, I think it comes down there, but I can't do that. So I'm just going to cut it there. And then get in behind there. Come on. And then I'm just going to kind of go right there where that big piece is. Now, how to get that in there? I know, a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm going to put tape around this edge. Everybody's sticking to me. And then glue, if I can find my glue, I don't know why I keep losing the glue, around this edge here. And pull it back a bit. Now, it's going to go, let's take a look at that. It's going to go across the top and down the sides. Just put a little bit there, maybe. Okay. Hope I didn't put too much. Now, let's use our MISTI here to line it up. Pushing right into that corner as much as I can. Now I'm setting it down here because I want my edge. And now I'm trying to find my edge over here. There's my edge. There we go. And we have a little bit peeking out right here. I don't know if you can see it. A little bit peeking out up there, and then we got a little bit at the top. Glue. See, I like scraping that edge because then I don't have to add a border to it. A border piece in behind. And I've got something there that just really snug right up to it with that gum there. So there we go. Got glue on my finger. Glue must have come out. Now, let's just see. Right down there. Go really slow when you're putting tape on foam. Otherwise it just kind of bounces off of it. I will be showing how I get the little thing inside for the coffee card in a bit. I have to get this all done though first. Now, that one's all done. This one I have already added the little white thing there for snow. Just going to tuck it underneath so it can squish on there. Now this one, as you can see, it's not white. I have Snow Writer, Snow Marker. Now, where'd the piece go from last night? You won't believe how this stuff comes out of its package. It's just gross. And it's not easy to work with, which is very, very disappointing. It came out, you're supposed to shake it, right? And then you're supposed to tap that piece down, like we do on our blue glue pens. And a little bit is supposed to come out. Well, it came out in a mountain. I had a snow mountain. I just need a piece of scrap paper. There we go. Scrap paper. Good, good. And then I had to paint with the big blobby mountain. There was no easy way about this. So, yeah, I've shaken it. I'm not going to shake it because it just fizzes. Now I'm going to tap it down because there's nothing there really. Only a little bit. It's not enough. I'm just going to tap it down and watch what happens. Blob! Blob, blob, blob. See the big blob? And then it's all over this too. So how am I supposed to go into a fine area with that? A big blob right there. Just making sure you're in the camera. It's funny. When I make videos and I know afterwards that I was not in the camera, and I put it in the description, apologizing. I get blasted for not being in the camera. I do apologize. It's awkward to work so far away from my body. And I don't want my head in it, so I stay back. And then I end up gradually pulling it closer and closer to myself. Now when this dries, take your heat tool to it, and it will puff up. I have yet to get consistent puffiness from this snow marker. I'm afraid if I were going to rate this, I'd probably rate it low, but I haven't tried anything else, so I don't know if it is actually one of the better of the better of the bad, or the worst of it, of all of them. It's mostly for clothing, I imagine, but when you want a big puffy bit. I don't want a big puffy bit. I just want a little bit. Okay, there we go. Yes. Put away. See how much is wasted? So much wasted of that. Let's move it out of the way so I don't end up putting anything into it. Now, this will be drying. Let's get our other card and get it back to get it together. So this one's going on here. A little gouge there. I could put a couple of little lines. I could cut off that corner and make a really pretty one. Let's do that. Excuse me. I really like having the stuff peek through. I think it's so pretty. Now, this wood paper that I got underneath, that's underneath the hearts as well, it kind of has a pink hue to it. So it's very pretty. Thank you, Ray. Very, very pretty. Let me go across there. Move that over to the side. Try not to put anything on top of each other. And glue. I just thought of something. I'm doing this on top of the white thing here. Maybe you can't see diddly squat of what I'm doing here. You never know. This could be a bust. Oh, yes, I did do it right. All of a sudden I'm thinking, oh no, I glued it on the top of it. No, no, that's quite all right. Now, let's try to get ourselves into the corner. There we go. You'd be surprised what you can do with your MISTI. I'll put a link here to all the different things that I use my MISTI for, aside from just stamping. Up in the corner. Okay. That's a little hint of the gold right there. That's very nice. Matches our thing, which is not quite dry. So I will be attaching that afterwards. Let's get this onto here. I can't attach it to the card till after I do the heating, because I don't want it to be heating on the foam that's behind it. It's squished between it and a card. I have my reason. I can't put it into words. Trust me. You know how, what do you call it, Stampin' Up! Always shows you those really sweet little ribbons that they've got in little jute. Well, look what I got at my dollar store. It says jute ribbon, and it was $1.50. And there's the teeny tiny jute that they use. It's very sweet. I got all these different little ones to go with it. I'm looking forward to those cards and having those little tiny jute ribbon bows that they have. They do those cards so pretty. Okay. I always push from the back so I'm not smearing glue around. If the glue is going to come out, it's just going to go in one spot, not be smeared by me. Okay, are we dry yet? Almost dry. Okay, let me show you the cards that I need. I have nothing inside them yet. Know that. So, oh, I'll bring this down. There we go. Look at that tidy desk I've got. Wow. Some wishes. Oh, sorry. This one I had a shorter, narrower piece, so I added something that looks like a little bit of lace with a pink hue to it as well. A little bit more cut out there. Some coffee cards. I think these will be really nice. I did some on craft paper too, the sideways ones, because I had a lot of craft sideways ones. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put something in here that will glue on both sides, come up and down, and hold a place for a card. I have to watch a couple videos, and that's what I'm going to be making next. So I will come back with this and blow dry that and let you see the whipped cream puff up when it's dry. So we will just take a little break. Just hold on a second. Oh. Okay, so we're making the part inside of the card that holds the gift card. This is I'll put that right there for you. You can do what you like with that. Take a screenshot and enlarge. Go crazy. So this is for a vertical side folding card. Just ignore that right now. It's going to get secured. So I've got this paper cut at 3 by 5 1/4. Taking my score pal or any kind of score thing you got. It's 1/2 inch in from the sides, so I'll score at 2 1/2. It's very thin paper, so I'm not pushing too hard because I don't want to tear it. It's very awkward over here. I don't know how you guys do it. 1/2 inch. And then at 1 1/2 inches. That will give me my twist up, my 2 sides, which I will use my bone folder on later. Okay, let's see that again. Pre-cut my paper again to 3 1/2 by 5 1/4, scoring at the 1/2 mark. and at the 1.5 mark. And because I'm just not comfortable doing it the other way, I'm going to turn it around, score it again at the half. It says 2.5, but I've just done it in my head. If you can't do it in your head, I'm sorry about that. Maybe math is not your strong suit. Okay. I'm there for now. Half, 1.5. Okay, so I'll say 2.5 for you. 2.5. Flip it over. Ha ha! Does not look like I can fold straight either. Wow. Some people need to take folding classes. Can you put my name on that list for you? There we go. Okay. Now, let's look at it from a horizontal point of view. This is going to be my template for future cards. So again, the measurements for this one are, let's see, make sure I got it right, 3 inches by 4 inches. And I'm going to score at the half, 1.5. I'm going to flip it and score again at half. I say half, but I'm only doing half an inch from the edge, which is 3 minus a half, 2.5. There, I did the math for you. Okay. I always want to turn it over right away. I don't know why. I'm going to be cutting along here to make a spot for the card to slide in. I'm still trying to figure out what the best thing to use for that is. I've done one with the Stampin' Up's. It's an avalanche. I always tell you it's an avalanche. You never believe me, right? With this punch, it was not easy to use, so did not like that. So I'm not sure if I'll go with that again or if I'll try some die cut. Persistent little things, aren't they? So I think I'm balancing them on like a very unbalanced, but let's put them over to the side for the moment, shall we? Oh my goodness. Still with me? It's just stuff falling off the shelf. Don't even know why it's falling off the shelf. It's falling off the shelf. Okay, so I think I've got, well, I got one more over here, I think, on the card that's still drying. Oh, did I cut that one? Yes, I did. This one again, we're going back to these measurements. If you're just peeking in there, I'm getting confused by why this is longer. I tried to put this away and it fell down too. Okay. My craft area is out to get me today. Just go with that. There we go. Okay, so got this inside here. I have to figure out the gluing down. The gluing down, I didn't get it correct yet, so it's a little snaky right there. So I'm going to figure that out and then come back and show you how to do it once I get it straightened out myself. Now, because I've got my stamps out, I was stamping the inside corner of these innards. I thought I would just throw some envelopes on here. So I've set it up to 6 inches on this side. Put a stamp kind of in the middle. Little coffee cup. Same cup that I had just a second ago. And I'll just take this envelope slide it over to 6 inches, drop my magnets, stamp, 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 or ink, 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 and there we go. We have a little card, little envelope with a little bit of decoration on it, a little bit of fun, and a little kind of a hint as to what's going on inside. I decided to do the envelopes in the craft paper because the holder that I'm making for the gift card is in craft, and I thought it was nice to go with the coffee theme anyways, the nice brown envelopes. Line it up to 6 inches again. And there you have it. Now for the back, I'm trying to think of what to put on the back of the envelope. I haven't really thought of anything yet. I'd like to say something that's just for you or something like that, but I don't know what I have on hand and I don't want to get up. So whatever I have on hand is what we're going to stick on this envelope. That one talks about handmade. I don't really care about that one. This one says happy mail, snail mail, stamped for you. I really don't like writing on there that I stamped anything, so happy mail, sending lots of love or happy thoughts, blah blah blah. Created with love plus sweat and tears. See, none of this is me. One of a kind, just like you. A special little something for someone special. Oh, doesn't that sound perfect? How do you get in this one? There we go. That sounds good. So we will use that one. Oh boy. Stick it down in the corner. Special little something for someone special. Probably should take this coffee cup up there for now. I don't know where to put it right at the moment because I'm not prepared for holding a cup in my hand. Did you get that? Special little something for someone special. I like that. That could be all occasion as well. Just takes a little planning ahead, and if you get in the habit, then you can always just do something really quick and nice for your cards. Envelopes. I meant envelope. Color I'm using is espresso truffle. No clue. It's just some kind of a gray thing, like a different gray. Even when it's on white, it's just a weird color. So. But I wanted to get all the colors in this memento rainbow, so I picked it up. And I'm really liking it as an alternative to black. It's kind of nice, although probably from where you're looking it looks black. And I don't have any black to compare it to right now. So there. Ooh, cracked my finger. How'd you break your finger, ma'am? I was stamping some cards. And I pushed down too hard. It's a dangerous activity. See, I told you don't put this lid in your hand while you're working. Because if there's any ink on the edge of that lid, you will transfer it places you don't want to transfer it. Just put it down. I don't know why I have to hold on to everything, but I do. It's very annoying. See? I want to hold on to this. I don't want to put it down. But don't put it in the palm of your hand. You will regret that choice. Okay, now I'm wearing it because I threw it at myself. Oh, and my desk doesn't have a lot of room to put things down and pick things up. That's probably why. I often think I need a bigger table, but then if I had a bigger table, would I just make a bigger mess? No comment. we don't need to hear from the peanut gallery. Yeah. 2 more to go. Almost done. Set of 8 cards. Getting ready for craft fairs. And people are drinking a lot of coffee. And they give gifts for coffees. They give gift of coffee as a gift. Can't imagine that my Mother's Day. Giving a gift of coffee. They always brought bottles of alcohol to her place for gifts at Christmas or whenever. I can't imagine they came with a coffee card. Here, Irene, there's a coffee card. My mother would look at them and go, but I can make this in my kitchen and it tastes much better. What do you want me to do with this? There we go. All done for envelopes. Oh, so we got the innards, we got the envelopes. And are we at the point now where we can heat up that snow? Probably hope so, because I've got things balanced on top of it right now. Forgot to put. I've been stacking stuff on top. And I think I might have figured out the inside portions of the... What is this going on here? Did I put it? Oh, I never took it out. I did a Houdini and just whipped it out. Okay. Now, how to get it back in. Let's take a look at that snow thing. Ooh, I got a coffee cup. Oh, goodness, I got a dirty coffee cup. Anybody else got dirty coffee cups? I feel like I'm on a roll with the weird puns today. I don't know. Or weird jokes. I don't know what's going on with me. And I don't know where the case is for this little stamp right at the moment, so I'll just put it over there with the other coffee cup stamp sets. And I was going to get the snow thing. Let's take a look. So here we are. I'm going to come zooming down. Hopefully it can pick it all up. Okay, let's get some back in here so you can see. So we are going to heat this up. I don't know if you can see it. I'll turn it. I'll push my glasses up. That might help. You can see, okay, there's a little bit of the shine for the snow writer. Now, heating tool, noise. It does say on the instructions to use some specific heating tool, but I'm imagining all heating tools are mostly alike. And it said to move it back and forth. And to let it dry completely, or you'll have uneven snow. Well, I have let my other ones dry completely, and I have uneven snow. Okay, so let's go to it. Yeah, it's warping my foam. Ooh, what a smell. I think I did it last time before I put it on the foam. Even from a distance. Let's see. Still warping my foam. Anyways, don't do it with the foam on your paper. But that one didn't turn out so bad. Okay, let me see what I can get you to see. Oh boy. Can you see this? I'm going to get closer. If I can see it, then you can see it. Okay. Now you can see a little bit of the puffy white. Puffy, it feels puffy. I am very close, that's why I'm trying not to yell in your ear. There, you see? Very cute. Just wanted to do a little bit of a whipped cream on there. Yummy, yum, yum. Okay, so let's see where we are. Let's get this on here. And I didn't like this. It says, find your fire. But I'm not thrilled with it having stuff on there. Lost my tape runner again. There we go. And I figured out where the glue is ahead of time. I see a little bit of warping there from my heat tool. Yay. Forgive me if I'm out of frame. I did zoom in so you could see better. But that doesn't mean I'm going to remember where that little box is. Someone suggested I tape it off. Okay, that's really funny. If you saw my desk, you'd laugh too. Okay, so let's just cover this up as best we can. Because it's a little warped, and I like to anyways, I'm going to stuff this underneath my desk. That's all dry. Stuff it underneath here and let it flatten out for a bit. Now, I was experimenting with the innards. Ow! That did hurt. So what I've done is I glued one half down first. And I thought if I could do it maybe in bits and pieces, and dribs and drabs, I might be able to get this so that this card can open. But I don't think it's going to. I think it, again, is going to become pinched so that it cannot fully open. Because if that goes like that, then when it folds, it would just be a disaster. Right now it's already on this side of center. I can't figure this out. I can figure it out to close, but I can't figure it out to open. Anybody got any answers yet? I will figure this out one way or the other. One way or t'other. Let's just get this one closed and I can start another one and try it. Do that. But then as soon as I close it, this whole thing is going to slide down into the corner. Well, let's try this one open. We'll see what happens if this one dries open. I know, it's over the center. It's making me very awkward. I don't mean awkward. Making me feel very, I don't know, pessimistic. I don't know. I have to figure this out, this angle thing, before I do all 8 cards. I would like to figure it out. For future cards too, I'd like to figure it out. So when it closes, it shifts. And then when it shifts, it no longer allows the card to open all the way. There's got to be something that one can do to get that not to happen like that. I like the fact that there's a white inside going in, because then it's covering up down here, this piece being glued to it. Ooh, it's not even gluing right there. It is not attaching. So, what do? We grab our MISTI. That's what we do. MISTI is your third hand when it comes to gluing, and it is very helpful. So we're going to take this magnet and put it down there, and we're going to grab the other one over here and put it over here. And those two will hold that down very nice and snug while it glues itself on there, while the glue dries. Okay, I will figure out the inside and I will come back. Okay, so for cutting out the part where the gift card is going to go, I did end up using dies just for ease and speed. So I've got these oval dies, very narrow ovals. This one is for when the card is sideways, and this is when the card is on its end. I don't know how to say that, but that probably didn't sound right. But anyways, I found this on AliExpress. I don't know where they're from. I don't even know what I searched, so I do apologize. But you can use, like I said, you can use the Stampin' Ups thing. I just did a couple there. You can see that it's not quite big enough for even the side of the card. So I found it so awkward, I just wanted to get it done fast, and I did not have the energy to do anything else. So just wanted to show you that right now. Okay, so when I was putting the gift cards in, I found that if there was a little nick, it was easier. This is a 1/2 inch circle punch. I'm just kind of going to the middle, and I'm just barely putting a nick in there, so that when the person who's putting the card in there, they can get, just kind of have a little lip to catch as they put the card in there. Oh, goodness, I want that in my hair. So I think that's it for all my pile. I didn't do it for this one, you see, because I didn't think of it. So now I know that that one's got a little lip there, so you can kind of catch it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to be able to catch it so that you can get the card in. Otherwise, you're just fighting that. And who wants to be fighting that? You want the person to enjoy the gift they're giving instead of mad they can't get the card attached. Okay, I'm still pushing through. You can see that this stuck down and now it's pulling it to the side, and it is also warping right in there. So I gotta figure that out. I'll be back. Ha! I already watched all the Terminators. I don't need to watch it again, even though I say I'll be back. Okay. I think I figured out the innards. Now hubby is out of the house, so when he comes home, the dogs will go crazy. I can't do anything about that, except for locking them away, and I'm not going to do that because this is their house too. So, I have so many of these things all over the place. Let's just take this. Now, the last one I did, it worked well, so let's go with that. When it comes to the center section where your card is going to be placed, you want to take a very narrow, I think this is a 1/4 inch, just under a 1/4 inch tape, and you want to put it at the bottom of where it's going to be joined. You don't want it coming up high because you want the card to be able to go into that slot, and this is the distance that the card will be able to go into when it hits that, and it hits the stuff stuck to each other, stuck to itself. My words are not working today. Now I'm just going to, the last one I did some really good creases on this piece. Let's see if I can do that again. I found the better I creased these two side ones, the better it worked for me. So let's just put it down here and see where we are. It's a little bit of a, this one is back is a little bit longer than the other one. And you watched me score it. I mean, it was pretty simple, but I'm just going to move it up just a teeny bit if I can. Now, let's see how that looks. Oh, pretty close. Pretty close. Hubby says it has something to do with the distances up here. I don't know, but we'll go with that for now. Now you can see my little lip. It doesn't have to be much. You just want the card to snag on something as it goes in. So let's take our tape off. I'm going to actually burnish this as well. Try to throw things away and they just come right back at you. Okay. Now let's get our glue. Just going to do what I did on the last one because it worked pretty good. Now. Okay, so I laid it down flat. I aimed the center of that and the center of that with the line underneath it. Now I got glue on my finger again. How do I always get glue? Take this, I'm going to put my magnet down. I'm going to get my other magnet, put it over here. Oh, got to turn around. It's pushing away. There we go. Yeah, all 4 of my magnets out for this. This is not a fast process when you do it this way. That is for certain. For sure shooting, it's not a fast process. I can't do many at the same time, which I really hate because I love to be able to do them bam, 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 bam. Get them all done, and away we go. But just wanted to get it done. Get her done so I can get on to another project. So we'll go in here. happy-go-lucky. I'm trying to think of what to put on the fronts of these cards for embellishments. I know the obvious is gold, and I wish I had some little coffee beans. I wonder what that would be like, because they don't stick up very high, and they kind of stick up about the same size as a, what do you call it? Like those little dewdroppy things. They stick about the same height. Wouldn't that be cute, though? A little tiny coffee bean. A couple of coffee beans. I don't have any in my house. Trying to think. I've got these little things. These are quite pretty. But you know what? I thought these would be great for putting on cards, but they are just not great for putting on cards. They're great for inside of shaker cards, but they are not flat. They are shaped like a gem, with the gold part is the that little tiny, tiny spot right there. Where are you? I don't know. See how tiny that is? It's so tiny you can barely see it. That's the flat part on the bottom of a gem. How are you supposed to put that on a card? Oy, oy, oy. Same thing for the other one I have over here. So those did not work out to be very good for cards. Might use these. These are very cute. And they don't require too much depth. Like, they're pretty thin. Maybe I'll work on those. Very cute cards. Okay, so see how that goes in there very nicely. It's snug, as long as you don't put your glue, your tape too high up. Okay, so let's take this off. Let's attempt to take this off without smashing magnets. That should be a name of a group or something. Smashing magnets. Oh, it could be the name of a scrapbooking. See, now see, we're tight. We're very tight. So we are going to get our bone folder. Why do we call it a bone folder? It's not made of bone, this one, anymore. It's made, mine's made of plastic. It's getting it back into its regular previous position is tricky. I'm holding down very tightly with my thumb, and I'm trying really hard to get around all my stuff now, because I've got the decorations on the front, decorations inside, and there's some big bump there. It's probably my foam. Yeah. Okay. Still, let's aim this a little bit better. That could be hubby outside. I don't know. No dogs have made any noise yet, so maybe it's not him. We're not going to get the beautiful closed card that we normally have. We just have to kind of absorb that, process that, and accept that. I really want it to close really nice and flat, but I'm not getting it. The other option is to put a little pocket inside on one of the flaps, like the front flap might work. It's a little pocket there. Could have done that. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. We're going with this one for now. If we do any more, we'll give that a try. I wanted to try this. So here we are. I was trying not to cough on the camera, but it was not working, and I was trying to start choking, making worse sounds than coughing sounds if I didn't cough. Okay, so I will continue with those. Whew. And we will come back and we will embellish and be done with these cards. Okay? Okay, so because we've glued these open, these will, it's like that, it's like hard to close now, and it's, when if you just do a regular close with your fingers, it's going to be really tricky. So what I do, similar to when I'm folding my original cards, I'll put a link up here as to what I do normally. So this, I'm putting it down into, it's very similar to what I normally do. So I'm putting it down into the corner. There's a gap here. As you can see, there's going to be a gap. So I put the bottom one into the corner over here. And now I'm putting the next one, lifting a little over here, and putting it into the corner. I'm going to hold that down with everything I've got there. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just pushing towards there and pushing towards there. You can see over here it's still touching. And that will give me my evenness that I need over here. Whew, that was exhausting. It is tiring. And I'm on the 8th card, so I cannot wait to be done. You know, I start out a project like this. I love the project. I'm so happy I thought of it. And then I get like 3 or 4 cards in. I'm like, oh my goodness, how long is this going to take? This is so long. And these coffee ones, I've got like 40 plus cards to do of the coffees. And I've done 8. 8 out of 40. Okay, so to cover up this, on this one you can't really see it much, but for the other ones where I had different cardstock base, this just comes in and nicely sits there and covers it all up. There we go. Take it out, turn it over, all done. And look at that, pretty close. Now we're just going to find the multimedia matte glue. Let's see here. Always look for your mistakes first, if you made any. And then let's just get a little closer. I just was afraid I would be out of the screen there. There we go. It's good enough. Oh yes, there's my favorite saying. Good enough. I really like these little guys because they're flat-ish. I have ordered some more from AliExpress, I think, in a different color. But oh, these ones took forever to get here, so I don't know when the other ones are going to get here. They might get here before Christmas. They may not get here before Christmas. They may get here this year. They may not get here this year. Okay, so that's it for these cards. Woohoo! So, wow, look how quick and tight I can tidy up my desk. Isn't it beautiful? Sorry, Nancy, I didn't have the... Nancy? Nancy, I think your name's Nancy. Oh my goodness, I'm very bad with names sometimes. So, I'll just cover it up and have a tidy desk. I've put on 3 little doodads. I put 3 little doodads on each card. Can't get those other 2 little guys to pick up the light. There they are. Some of the cards are still being creased. What I do is I, just so that crease really holds very, very well, I put on my dollar store bulldog clips. So, I found these really big ones, the big tall cards just were having troubles. So once in a while I will take these and just clip them on, and I've got magnets on the edges of the shelves right in front of me. And I just clip them onto the thing up in front of me. So now the 8 cards are all done and I can move on with my life. Of course I will just double check them to make sure that I have put innards inside all of them. And then I've got my envelopes here that are all stamped with varying coffee cups. Some have 3, some have 2 little coffee cups. I was really getting irritated with the 3, so I went to the 2. Some of the things that make you change in mid-project, right? Yeah, it's mostly irritation for me. So, and then on the back, a special little something for someone special. There we go. I hope you like this project. I did until I got bored of it, but you know, I really liked it. May God richly bless you. I will not have this available anywhere other than right here. I promise you that. There we go. There's one side. And there's the other side for wide cards and for tall cards. Take a screenshot. Do whatever you gotta do. I probably will not be posting this in the bottom description below unless I really think about it. Anyways, have a great day. And may God richly bless you. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.